Hey everyone, and welcome to our Q&A presented by Just Love. I'm your host Paula Jane, and I'm talking to Judy Carroll. Judy is an internationally known author. Her books include The Zeta Message, Human by Day, Zeta by Night, and her most recent book, Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History. Welcome, Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
Today we will share a third message from Judy's off-planet teacher Maris, in which he explains how so much information that has been passed on to Earth-plane humanity, both through various psychics and also through scriptures, has been misinterpreted. The message begins.
For so many decades now, psychics on Earth have been predicting a polar shift involving mass destruction and drama. However, just as with the many predictions of tidal waves, which are actually waves of energy flowing over your planet as part of the long-predicted shift from fourth to fifth world consciousness, so too is the polar shift. It is not a physical event, but rather an energy consciousness event. As humanity moves from the overly aggressive and warmongering mindset of patriarchal yang domination to the more gentle and nurturing energy of feminine yin consciousness.
Up until now, humans of Earth have been firmly focused in 3D physicality, with many going so far as to deny and scoff at anything beyond this. Even your religions, which of all organizations on Earth should be more open to higher energies, still tend to reduce everything to gross third-dimensional reality. A prime example of this is the way source energy, that which you call God, is portrayed as an old bearded human male who displays all the very human vices and frailties, such as jealousy, anger, judgment, and a need to be worshipped.
Another example is the religious dogma that after death one's body must be buried rather than cremated, because on the last day, the day of judgment, you will all return again in some sort of mass resurrection. Surely common sense would tell you that it is the spirit that reincarnates, not the physical body, which is simply a vehicle, a container, which is discarded at the end of each life. Why would you want to resurrect your old worn-out body? Wouldn't a nice new one be better?
Mm-hmm. Yet another example is the prediction given many decades ago that Atlantis would rise again. So many looked for and expected a physical land mass to re-emerge from the ocean depths. Of course, this did not occur, but meanwhile, the spiritual energy of Atlantis was reincarnating right under your very noses and re-establishing itself once more as a dominating and controlling force on your planet. To repeat, it is not the physical form that reincarnates, but rather the spirit.
Just as so many of your psychic predictions are misunderstood and misinterpreted, so too are the scriptures that are the basis of all religions on earth. A perfect example is the so-called War of Armageddon, which has been misinterpreted by many as a religious war. Heaven knows there have been enough of those already. Religion on earth has been responsible for a massive amount of cruelty, torture and killing. In truth, as we have already explained, the War of Armageddon is a private, internal conflict that takes place within the heart of every human being as the energy frequency of your planet steps up from fourth to fifth world consciousness, which is happening right now. It is the inner battle between the love and fear elements within the human psyche, symbolised by religion as the Christ and Satan, that every human being is having to choose between right now. Some of you are being cunningly tricked and brainwashed by the planetary controllers to believe this is an external battle, which is resulting in terrorist activity and more killing.
As far as the misinterpretation of Scripture, you only need to compare the well-known prayer used in nearly all Christian churches, known as the Lord's Prayer. This prayer is said to have been given to humankind by Jesus and as a guide for living. Jesus spoke the language known as Aramaic. The direct and correct translation of the Lord's Prayer from the Aramaic language is very different from the version presented by religions today, which, because of mistranslation, has lost much of its true meaning. I have asked Judy to include it here so you can see for yourselves. This original version contains deep truth. Please bear in mind that so much scripture has been lost much through interpretation, reinterpretation, and misinterpretation, thus all the myriad wars fought in the name of God and religion on earth. Isn't God and religion supposed to be about nothing but unconditional love?
Okay, here now is the original version of the Lord's Prayer, translated from the Aramaic language by Dale Allan Hoffman. I'll read it out line by line, giving the modern version first and then the Aramaic version, so you can easily compare the two and see how the deeper and truer meaning has been lost. Now it starts with, Our Father who art in heaven, which should read as, our one absolute eternal being, of which we are born forth from the realm of the all and the only. Hallowed be thy name. I am empty within the ecstasy of your presence and the purity of the vibration of your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Empower my creative expansion through your emergence from the unseen realms, as I realise our life and will as one, on the manifest earth as in the unmanifest heavenly realms. Give us this day our daily bread. Provide the nourishment of authentic insight and realisation through me now and in each present moment. And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Release the echoes of my hidden past as I cancel all of my concerns with others. Do not let me lose my true self in forgetfulness, but wholly release me from the errors of my perception. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. For the undivided holiness is the absolute, the all and the only, and the power of our eternal radiance from cosmic gathering to cosmic gathering, from age to age, from moment to moment, from now to now. May these pure intentions be the rooted, fertile earth centre from which all my actions flow. Amen.
The Aramaic version is so different and just so much deeper. What a perfect example to show how much has been lost through the countless translations, interpretations and misinterpretations of Scripture, as well as many psychic messages. Thank you for that, Maris. Judy talks about this very subject in her latest book, Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, which, like her other books, is available from Amazon and Kindle. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, Judy, and love to all of our listeners. Bye for now.